guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I will show you the most commonly used formulas in Excel. So the first one which we have is count. So there are a lot of variants of count. I will of course prepare a separate video for this in detail. But the most commonly used ones are these three: count A, count blank, and count. So the first one, count A. This is used to count the number of rows or columns which have some value in it. Like it will count everything except blank. So let me specify this column. So there are 16 such rows which have some value in it. So the next one which we have is count blank. So this, as the name suggests, will count the blank cells. So in count blank you cannot give the reference of this entire column, because after these values also there are a lot of blank columns. It will count everything. So you need to specify the exact reference here. Okay, so done. So if you see, there are 4 such records, blank records. Let me filter and show you if that is correct. Okay, so you see there are 4 blank records. So this means the formula is correct. Now the next one is count. So count is used to calculate numeric values. So if suppose I want to calculate the count this column, then the count is 19. So the secondly most used formulas are this one: sum, max, min, and average. These are pretty simple ones. So sum is used to sum up everything, the column which you specify. So here it will sum up all the values present in the column quantity. So if you see, if I select this column, I see the sum is 1077. So this means this is correct. So the next one is max. This gives you the maximum value of the column which you specify. The next one is min. This gives the minimum value, exactly opposite to max. The next up we have is average. So this will give you the average of all the column that you specify. Okay, so the next one which we have is VLOOKUP. So I have a separate detailed video for this. You can check it there. But here also I'll explain you like in a short way how this works. So if you see in the next page product, I have the column city which is not present here. So I will use VLOOKUP and extract city here, and I'll show you how that works. So VLOOKUP, I am looking it up using the column ID, comma, let me fix the reference. Okay, so I want second column which was city, and I want exact match. So you see I have all the values of city here now. So that is how VLOOKUP works. The next formula which we have is concat. So concat is used to join 2 or more columns, whichever you specify. So the syntax is concat, then the column which you want to concatenate or join. So suppose I want to concat the column ID and suppose region. So I've selected those 2 cells, and okay, that's how it looks. If suppose I want space in between them, then I also specify the space. See, now you can see the space in between. So there's one more formula. Like you don't have to use concat function, but you can do this exact step like this. You specify the cell which you want to concat and use the ampersand symbol. If suppose I also want to use if suppose I want to join these 2 columns, ID and region, then I've done that. Now to specify space, then you can just do that like this and use an ampersand to join these 2. Okay, so now that's how you have it. So the next most commonly used ones are count if. So count if is used to count a particular cell based on a condition. So there is also one more version of count if, which is count ifs. So in count if you can only specify one criteria, but in count ifs you can specify multiple criteria. I will prepare a separate video for that, but here I'll only show you count if. So count if. So if suppose, so the first parameter is to select the range. If suppose my range is this, the column C, and my criteria. If suppose I want to calculate the number of region, suppose east. Okay, so specify this and let me fix this. Okay, I fixed this. Then let me close the bracket and this. Okay guys, we have got 15. Now let us check if that is correct. So let me filter the region based on east. Okay, now if we see the total values are 15. So that means this is correct. So the next step which we have is sum if. So sum if is used to sum up all the values based on the criteria which you specify. Suppose if you want to specify multiple criteria, then in that case you will have to use sum ifs. So I will create a separate video for that, but for here let me just quickly show you how sum if works. Okay, so the syntax of sum if is the first parameter is range. So here I am selecting the column C, that is region, and the second one is criteria. So for criteria, suppose I want to select the I want to like sum up the values of best. So specified that cell here, and let me fix it. And the third one is the sum range. This is the column that you want to sum up. So here I want to sum up this, the quantity column. So I've specified that, and let me close the bracket. And I've got the value as 195. So let me filter and check if that is correct. So I've selected west, and let me just check the value of quantity. So you see sum is 195, and that's exactly what we have here. So that means this is correct. So the next commonly used Excel formulas is this one, conditional formatting. So I already have a separate video for this, but I'll quickly show you how that works. If suppose I want to highlight any column based on a particular condition, then in that case conditional formatting is used. Suppose here I want to check the values which are greater than 50, then I'll just go to home tab. Then I have this conditional formatting. Then I'll highlight cell rules which are greater than suppose 50. Now you see the values which are greater than 50 are highlighted. So that's how conditional formatting works. Please watch the detailed video which I have created on my channel. Then the next which we have is text to column. So this is very useful feature. Let me quickly show you this. So this functionality is available here in data tab, text to columns. You see here this one. Okay, so first we'll have to select the source. Suppose I'm selecting the source as this column city. Then I go to text to columns here, and I just click on next. Then I specify the column this and click next. Okay, so here this doesn't show up because this is a formula based column. So let me just quickly paste it as values. Okay, done, and let me delete this column. Okay, now I'll show you text to column based on this column. Then I have it here. Okay, so here we can specify the delimiter here. As you can see in this column, the delimiter is space. So I'll specify space here. Then just click on next. Then it asks you the destination column, like where do you want to see it. So I'm selecting this. Then just click on finish. Okay, now you see that the values which were separated by space are into are distributed into two columns. So this is usually useful when you want to separate like names, like if we suppose you have a combined name and you want to specify name and surname, then in such cases this is most commonly used. Then the next one is index match. I will create a separate detailed video for index and match. So thank you for watching my video. Please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you in the next video.